Hey guys, welcome to Level 2's bonus video. I'm going to be showing you some major scales and some bar chords, both the minor and the major. So let's start with the bar chords, okay? Where do we start? First of all, we've covered the major chords, the major open chords and the minor open chords. So if you take those chords and we use them as a reference to determine how we can get a bar chord out of those, I find that's one of the best ways to go about it, because it's less to memorize because you've already covered the patterns on the open chord E and major and minor chords. So if we've got E major open chord, right? If you play that with your smaller fingers, as in you put your third finger on the second fret of A, your pinky on the second fret of D, and your second finger on the first fret of G, you're playing an E major, but just with the smaller fingers. As you can notice, the nut of the guitar is that's the end of the road for the guitar strings on the fretboard. So pretty much by placing your first finger just behind that nut, the nut is kind of acting like a bar for an open chord. So if you had to take that and move it one fret across, you just move all the small fingers in the same pattern, just one fret across. And then you put your first finger over all of the strings, from the low E string to the high E string. Alright, that's our first bar chord for the day. That's F major. And it's called F major because the note F is the first fret of the low E string. Therefore, that's the root note of this F major bar chord. Just the same way that the root note of the E major open chord is E. And because we've swapped the fingers around and we've moved them a fret across and we bar, therefore the root note will be on the first fret of low E, which will be F major. Take that exact same chord, move it one across, and now we have F sharp major or G flat major. Move it across and we've got G major. Move it across again and we've got G sharp major or A flat major. Move it across again and we have A major. To the 6th fret we've got A sharp major or B flat major. Then we've got B major on the 7th in 7th position, meaning the first finger on the 7th fret. One across and we're on C major on the 8th fret. On the 9th fret we have C sharp major or D flat major. And on the 10th fret we have D major. It can carry on higher. It's a bit difficult for me to, because I have a parlor guitar, it's not a cutaway, I can't really fit into that 12th, 11th position, but that's going to be normal for most of you with a parlor guitar. Alright, so then we can move on to the A major bar chords, alright? Which are, if we take the A major shape, and we play from the A string down, meaning that the root note is going to be on the A string. Okay. Similarly to the E major open chord, with the A major open chord we're going to use the smaller fingers. If you bar, or the nut of the guitar in the open chord is acting like a bar, so if you move all of those fingers one across, and you place your first finger down, from the A string, being the root, we've got A sharp major. So that was A major. If you play it with the bigger fingers, A major open chord. Play it with the smaller fingers and move it a fret across and you bar your first finger from the A string down. You've got A sharp major. One across, we've got B major. One across, we've got C major. On the 4th fret, we've got C sharp major or D flat major. One across, we have D major. And in 6th position, we have, meaning the root note's going to be on the 6th fret of A string, we've got D sharp major or E flat major. Then we've got E major. When the frets get quite closer together, it's difficult to fit the 2nd, the 3rd, and the 4th fret all within that one fret. So you can bar using that section of the finger over the D, the G, and the B string. It takes a bit of practice. Then we've got F major in 8th position. Then we've got in 9th position, we've got F sharp major and G major in 10th position. It carries on G sharp major in 11th position until we get to the 12th fret where it's the same as the A. Okay, now we've got our minor chords. It works the exact same way as the major chords on both the E shape and A shape bar chord patterns. I'm just going to go through it with you. So if E minor open chord was without the 1st fret, without the 1st finger, and we played it with our smaller fingers, we've got E minor. You move it across and you place your 1st finger on the 1st fret from the 1st fret of low E string. You can support it with your 2nd finger pressing up against the 1st. That's F major, F minor. F minor bar chord. On the 2nd fret, it becomes F sharp minor. On the 3rd fret, we've got G minor. 4th fret, G sharp minor or A flat minor. 5th fret, we've got A minor. 6th position, 6th fret, we've got A sharp minor or B flat minor. 7th position is B minor. 8th position, meaning 8th fret, we've got C minor. On the 9th, we've got C sharp minor. And on the 10th, we've got D minor. Of course, it carries on if your guitar permits you to go that into the or high up on the fretboard. Let's try out A minor. So A minor, or the A minor shape bar chords, you just play A minor as you would normally. Play it with your smaller fingers from the A string down. And then we're going to move it one across and you're going to bar from the A string down. So that's A minor. When we move it across, very much the same as all the other bar chords, it's going to be A sharp minor. We move it across and we've got B minor. In 3rd position, from the 3rd fret, we've got C minor. One across, we've got C sharp minor. Then on the 5th fret, we've got D minor. On the 6th fret, we've got D sharp minor or E flat minor. 7th position, 7th fret, we've got E minor. 8th fret, we've got F minor. 9th fret, F sharp minor or G flat minor. And on the 10th fret, we've got G minor. And it can carry on if you are able to. Okay, to G sharp and A. It all depends on the root note for your E shape chords, your E shape bar chords. We're going to be using the low E string to determine what the notes are called. So it could be E, F, F sharp G, G sharp A sharp B. And that all depends on whether it's a minor or a major. G, E, F, F sharp G would be G major. And if you take your 2nd finger off and we base it around the E minor open chord, we've got G minor. Similarly, on the A, you're going to want to know the notes on your A string too. So you're going to want to know the notes on your E string so you can determine what the bar chords are going to be named, as the root note is going to be on the E string, and similarly on the A string you're going to need to know the notes on your A string. That's how you tell whether it's going to be called a C or whatever. So A sharp, B, C, C minor, C major. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Please check out GuitarRealm.com if you want a one-on-one lesson with me. Also remember to subscribe and like. Have a good one.